All right, hello everyone. I'm here for some journeys through the Radiant Citadel with my players, Coffee Lich and Braylif. How are you two doing today?
Doing good. Good to be back.
Oh, you're good.
Hmm, I feel that.
Caught me in the middle of yawn.
Oh, I see. Well, welcome into Light's Darkness. Thanks for swinging by. Hope you're ready for some Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Perhaps one day I'll venture off into other what are they called? Systems? I've got a few on the back burner that I definitely want to play. You know, a little bit more Vampire the Masquerade, a little bit of Emberwind, World of Darkness stuff in general. Yes, systems. Thank you, thank you. But for today, it's 5th edition, which is the primary system I have familiarity with. Although my players here do have familiarity with other systems and I believe previous editions of Dungeons and Dragons, if that's correct.
To some extent, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I've
mhm.
played D&D 4th edition and 3.5.
Mhm.
But that's about it for me, though I am interested in other games.
Yeah, I hope to conscript you all into joining me for one of the other ones that I have. I also do have Avatar Legends, the role playing game, in stock somewhere around here. I think it's in my office. But yeah, Vampire the Masquerade is amazing. I miss it. I haven't played in a long time. I think I was a Toreador. I'm just a player. I am not proficient enough in it yet to be able to run it, but I do miss my vampire mystic very much, who might sound familiar to all because I did import her into Vampire the Masquerade and try to keep her weaknesses because they have some. The vampires in that game, they don't have the weakness to running water or oh, they also can't eat like real food. They have to like spit it up afterwards because you know it's part of pretending to be a real person. But I gave her the inability to cross running water, or like gives her disadvantage on things or whatever it's called in that game. But yeah, Vampire the Masquerade is great. I'm actually hoping to play some of it in person soon. Someone wanted to set up a game and insists that we all dress up for the occasion. So I'll need to look up some vampire clothing myself. They're also Marvel Multiverse. Yeah, actually, I heard that the other World of Darkness systems like are pretty similar. Like Vampire the Masquerade. I don't know what the other ones are. I assume there's like a werewolf one. I honestly, I'm a little unfamiliar. I hear that the Fate system using D6s can be applied to a lot of different scenarios, environments, which is why actually I have a friend, one of my players. She plays a Shadowrun, but she doesn't use the Shadowrun system. They're like also on their 5th edition, but apparently it's so bad that they just use a different system, Fate, and they just Shadowrun theme it because it's pretty modular or like compatible with a lot of environments, is what I hear. So yeah, they're just like, go, we're gonna play Shadowrun, but not the way the developers intended. We're just gonna use a completely different system for this.
I remember enjoying Shadowrun when I played some one shots.
Yeah, actually, Shadowrun was the first TTRPG I ever played. My character was named Sombro, was just a gender bent version of Sombra from Overwatch, was a technomancer. And the very last thing that he did was shit himself, as basically he was bleeding out or whatever it's called when you lose all your health. And that's the last thing he ever did.
Last thing that my
Rip.
character ever did in Shadowrun was get fucking incinerated
Yes.
instantly by like
A nuclear explosion,
by
pretty
a
much.
nuclear explosion. Like just a small nuke that we were there to, like, I don't know, deactivate, disarm, something. I don't know. One of our players was a fucking idiot and a dumbass, and the DM fucking hated him, and he went out and tried to like bluff his way into the truck to like disarm the nuke. And the people that were transporting it were just like, well, this is obviously bullshit, and then like just instantly killed that guy with a tank shot.
No, he survived the initial tank shot because he was playing a troll, but then the tank shot set off the nuke, which killed him instantly. And then and then it was gonna kill us instantly, but one of the players was like, "No, no, we were hiding in like a ditch or whatever." And the DM's like, "All right, fine, you take half damage," which resulted in me and that guy surviving. But then Coffee Lich's character was instantly vaporized.
Yep.
Damn, the instant vaporization.
So that was the second one shot that I got to play that character in. Um, they were just they were just a gun person. Because I'm not very familiar with Shadowrun as an RPG, and I was like, well, I don't want to fucking die in this one shot, nor do I want to learn the uh, complicated mechanics of how everything that's not just shooting someone works. So I just used a gun. And I remember very distinctly not knowing how much ammo I would end up going through over the course of a mission. So we were given the opportunity to go shopping before the mission, and I wrote down my shopping list, which consisted of like between various types of ammo, probably like 500 shots. And the DM had the character like ask if I was planning on like 1v1ing an entire army.
Nice.
And my character got to act as a sniper in that mission, which meant that I kind of just didn't get to
Do
do a
anything?
whole hell of a lot in the fight because of line of sight, but I do remember I got to take out a couple people. And because of the fact that I was a sniper, I was completely safe.
Nice. Cool.
My character started with 60 sticks of dynamite, which I used to great effect.
Yep,
Nice.
indeed.
Let's see.
All things considered. Oh, I have actually tried to play one other. I have actually played one other campaign, in Shadowrun, and um, both me and the other player, like both of our characters died in the first combat encounter,
Damn.
which happened about 15 minutes into the first session, because we we both made melee focused characters, and we both had ideas for like we both basically misunderstood um how exactly melee worked. We had these ideas and all these like grandiose like romantic ideas of how the fight was gonna go down. And then it just ended up being like we ran at three guys with guns and we just both got instantly gunned down. At least I made it into melee range and I got an attack off before dying horribly, but the other guy just like died on the path to our adversaries.
Damn.
That campaign just ended immediately because we were both just like, I don't have any other fucking ideas for characters, and neither of us like knew the game well enough to try to come up with anything else anyway. We just dropped it there.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Let's see. I see there's some Marvel. Oh, I can't say this 3 times fast. Marvel Multiverse role playing game, full book, which is much appreciated. You know. Oh wow, this is a cool website. I'm like scrolling through, and it's so satisfying to flip back and forth in the pages.
Oh, any
Yeah.
flip. I was reading rules for a board game on there like a week
Oh,
ago.
yeah. This is my first time on this website. It's pretty neat. I'm used to things being in PDF format and having to size it so I can like scroll enough, like a page at a time, or maybe 2 pages at a time, and then set it to scroll and not. You know, it's so this is pretty neat. I kind of want to like get this on a tablet and see how this works. But yeah, I played Vampire the Masquerade. I haven't done Werewolf the Apocalypse yet. I haven't heard of Mage Ascension. Shadowrun, I hear the video games are fun, and I do have fond memories of Sombro, even though I didn't understand. It was hard for me to visualize things at the time, especially because it was my first TTRPG, and my DM or whatever it's called in Shadowrun didn't use maps a lot, and so we had to use Theater of the Mind, which I'm fine with now in D&D because I'm a little bit more familiar. But at the time, back in was it 2018 or so, I wasn't sure what was going on. Also, if I haven't said it yet, welcome in, Reese. Not much is happening. We're just talking about different systems that we're familiar with, or we've heard of, or we've played in like a one shot. Because as you know, I mentioned Vampire the Masquerade earlier, and then I also have Avatar Legends, the role playing game. I was worried about it because I got sent to my previous place. Um, and then one day I got a call from someone saying, "Hey, I have a lot of stuff of yours." And I really appreciated him holding on to that so I could go over to this guy who technically I know where he lives because he lived where I used to live, but it was very, very nice of him to not keep my stuff for himself and to instead be like, "Hey, I have like 3 boxes of your stuff. Don't worry about the fact they're opened. Take them." I'm like, "I will gladly take them." Mage Ascension is the third main world of World of Darkness. Oh, this okay. So you got Vampire the Masquerade, you've got Werewolf, the Apocalypse, and then Mage Ascension. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, but for now, a lot of 5th edition. I've got this Radiant Citadel to run. After this, I hope to maybe run at least you both through Keys to the Golden Vault if you're willing, if you're up for it. If I'm still up for it, because before I saw the book, the special edition book for Keys to the Golden Vault, I was like, I might want to run a different system after we finish Journeys through the Radiant Citadel. Because, in case those at home aren't familiar, this does normally go up to, I think it's level 15, but a secret. Can I tell them what level we're planning to go up to? I don't remember if it's a secret or not, actually.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm planning to take them up to level 20 for this particular campaign. It normally goes up to 15. So technically for them, because they are a 2-people party, it is scaled a little bit differently, but I do plan to get them to 20. So I've added, there's additional content that I have that I really like from a publisher, like an author that I trust. And I have a way to smoothly integrate it into Journeys through the Radiant Citadel. So that'll be exciting when we get to it. But first, we'll need to get Braylif's character into the fray, which we'll talk about in our recap very shortly. I see that Hunter the Reckoning is there's a lot of World of Darkness systems. I actually, not counting Vampire the Masquerade, I only got familiar with World of Darkness because if any of you are, well, technically, some of you are here because I am a PNG tuber. If any of you have heard of the VTuber Calliope Mori, who 1 is a musician, and 2 also runs TTRPGs with her fellow VTubers, serves as the DM. She runs it through World of Darkness. But as is typical with many TTRPGs, it is hard to get everyone together for sessions, which is some of the pros to having just 2 players. Because when you have 4 other players, it sometimes can be tricky to get them all together, especially when the other players are also VTubers with their own active lives and schedules and other things that they're working on. So they're actually kind of wrapping their campaign up a little bit. It seems shorter than expected. And honestly, if I got to that point, I would probably just want to do 1-shots, 3-shots, little holiday specials for Halloween, the winter holidays, Independence Day. No, I'm kidding. That's what I would do if I were to collaborate and do TTRPGs with fellow VTubers. We're doing all right over here. At least last I checked, what it was 15 minutes ago when I asked Coffee Lich and Braylif. We were all doing okay. We're all doing fine. So hope you're doing fine too. See, you're playing Gunfire. I believe it's Reborn, right? Have you two have played that? It seems like a Braylif game. Have you played Gunfire Reborn?
I have not.
You have not.
No,
Okay.
I haven't mentioned to, but I have not yet.
Okay. I think from what I can tell, it's a shooter, but you control these cute little animals, and they just added 2 new animals, a red panda, or I don't know if they've added them yet. It's a red panda and some other creature that uses like tarot or astrology or something. It looks pretty cool. You like work together to defeat bosses of some sort. Honestly, I don't know too much about it, but it seems at least Braylif energy. Yeah. So that's what Reese seems to be up to right now.
Nice.
Well,
yeah, I am down to switch to Shadowrun or Vampire or whatever whenever we're.
Yes. So I would be switching you all specifically to not a World of Darkness thing. It would probably be Emberwind.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
Or Avatar, or I am hoping to make that the Owl House themed campaign, which I think does fit well with 5th edition. So maybe actually that will be what I do after Keys to the Golden Vault. I have at least like 6 players who would be interested. So
nice.
There's a lot of, we love the Owl House here, an excellent show. Those of you at home, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I highly recommend it. I think it's in my top 5 favorite shows. But according to Reese, it's a roguelike, kind of like Borderlands, but way simpler. Make that 7. All right. Sounds like the Lights Darkness also is a fan of the Owl House, which or at least that aesthetic in general, or the world building, which I really liked. You are. Okay, well I hope you've caught up. I obviously won't try to spoil anything. I know that I'm caught up. I forget coffee like you're caught up, right? I have ADHD, so I forget simple facts and things about people.
Yeah, I finished it. I think
Okay.
before you.
Right, yeah, because I didn't get to finish it until like 5 days after it premiered, or like 3 or 4 days. But I was
Mm.
finally able to catch up. I know Reese is caught up, and I am gonna. Yes, all right. The Lights Darkness is also caught up. I guess while we're here, I just want to ask what everyone's favorite the Owl House characters are. Or your favorite school. Like what? I mean, okay, sorry. So not to pull a Belos and segregate people into schools, which, as famous Dimension 20 DM Brennan Lee Milligan says, is pretty much bad for children to like sort them into groups beforehand. I forget what it's called, but he talked about it specifically. I think it was with Matt Mercer, or it was another DM that he was talking to was saying, "Hey, if you're separating kids into schools, you're kind of like fencing them in. If you have these predetermined expectations for them, so we shouldn't do that. But of course, obviously, in the spirit of Luz Noceta, you can be whatever you want to be. You can be whatever school you want to be. So if you had to pick a favorite character, who would it be? And if you had a favorite school of magic, what would you pick? What would you want to go to school for? Let's see. I adore Amity. I'm like thinking for myself. I like the School of Illusions personally. Illusions is pretty high up there. Maybe potions? There's a School of Potions, right? I'm a fake fan. I don't know all 8 covens. Uh, illusions. Plants, right? That was coven? I don't remember all the witch covens.
I haven't seen the show, but my favorite character is the nose.
So you like Dana Terrace. I see. I believe that's her self-insert in the show. I could be incorrect, but glad you like the nose. Seems in character that you would pick that particular person. Looks like Reese loves Hunter and Willow. Oh my gosh, I love Hunter. Um, Big fan of Willow as well. Actually, I really like their dynamic during the sports thing that they were doing. Like that was a really good dynamic. Probably be in the plant coven. Misread that as paint at first. Which with all the Splatoon you play, it makes sense. Plant Coven, yeah, Plant Coven's pretty sick. It's pretty rad. Rayleigh,
Follow
yeah,
the plant coven mainly
nice.
just because but that's largely due to the fact that one, I know it has some amount of practical use in real life, but also two, look, the show really doesn't touch on many of the schools of magic
Yeah.
um consistently, so it's very very easy to forget what else is there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my favorite character is King.
King's great. Oh my gosh, yes. Voiced by blah 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 himself. Alex Hirsch.
Yep.
Yeah. King is great, and of course, I've seen a lot of great fan art, especially of King and Ida at the end, King and his dad or parent at the end. Um, such good art out there. I'm loving. Right. Let me just check
Love
something
when
else.
they establish I love when they establish the big nose character's name being Tinella Noza, and Luce just immediately responds, "She's had a name this whole time."
Actually, I completely forgot that there was a canon name, so that is my reaction right now.
Yep. I just really find it funny just because of the fact that she's reacting to an actual person that has existed in this town that she's lived in for at that point months. And she's just like, this person has a name? What? It's bullshit. But yeah, Tanelino is a really fun.
Hmm. Yes, I hope
I,
to
lo- I,
rewatch it
lo-
soon. Hmm.
I love when they're at the um at their job fair or whatever for the covens, and they demonstrate the construction coven by someone slapping a power glyph on Tanella's face, and she just goes Super Saiyan and starts throwing people out.
Oh yeah. uh, I love glyphs. They're so aesthetically pleasing. They really speak to me. Especially in the finale when Luce was using all of them. Chef's kiss right there. You can't see me chef's kissing because I don't have movable limbs, but one day I will have movable limbs. Will I be able to chef's kiss? Probably not, but it's the thought that counts.
With enough money to throw at commission artists, you can do anything.
That is true. Just not ready to drop the 3,500 for that kind of model. Kiss the chef. Don't mind if I do.
Thank you
Big
too.
mood. Oh, models are expensive. Even the one that I have lined up, wink wink, secret, don't tell anyone, was a little bit more expensive than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Also, I see that the Lights Darkness favorite schools, Plants and Abomination. Oh, I love Abomination actually. I wasn't expecting to like it so much. I'm not normally into like summon-esque goopy stuff, but especially the way Amity, one of my favorite characters in the show, like so creatively used it. I was like, whoa, that's sick. Let's go. But yeah, I'm really excited for the Owl House themed D&D. I was gonna have 3 kinds of spells. It was gonna be like the base spells. I forget what it's called, like or classic, created, and I forget what it was called for the show. Like the ones that loose, like the ones any that exist in the show, basically. So, 5th edition from the show, and then each week I would ask students to make their own spells in the spirit of Luce, who gets really creative with her spells, spell combinations, glyph combinations. It's good stuff. Like I'm like that creativity, like let's not be restricted by the spells that are available to us. You know, within reason. I look over at Braylif, who I have witnessed firsthand, both on Braylif's side and on the opposite side of Braylif, the crazy stuff that can be created when people put their brains to work. So I'm watching you. We'll see what spells.
My next character is going to be a car.
I've already done that. I had a character that was functionally just a motorcycle.
And then I think Braylif had, was it Chomplu? So the mine cart?
Oh yeah, that's right. I did already kind of do that.
Well, I'm sure I can reluctantly allow a car to exist. As long as you name it Lightning McQueen or something. Ka-chow.
That's you don't want to open that door, dude.
Well, it'd have to be like a tank, a carriage situation, you know, not like a car isekai from the future. Let's see. Summoning spells. Druid, Circle of the Shepherd, aka the memener. I'm sorry. Terrible reading comprehension over here. The last druid I played was Circle of the Stars. I hope she's okay. They got sent back to 200 years in the past, you know, no biggie. Before artificers were, so because you know how artificers are newer class in 5th edition. Also in the world, artificers weren't around until recently. So the fact that our artificer character just got sent 200 years in the past, she's really excited because it means theoretically she could give birth, not physically, but she could, not literally, she could be the start of artificers all over the world. Unless she dies. I mean, she could still do it even if she dies, I guess. Yeah, maybe Braylif's next character will be an artificer because with that smooth segue into the recap that I like to ask someone to do, but I can also do it if needed. I say hesitantly looking at Braylif, even though Braylif is many, many tens of thousands of miles away, so I actually can't see what your expression is. Let's pull up some music and start a recap.
Last time we saved the area from the horrible disease wind by tracking down and defeating the what was his name?
That's a good question. As I'm turning to the page as well.
Serapio, who it turned out was transforming into it and causing a diseased wind. But we beat him up and cured him of the curse after he killed Marlowe. Marlowe is super dead.
Yes, Marlowe was Braylif's character, who is no longer with us, as we are joined here on this screen by Suchi, Coffee Leech's character, Squeak, Magician's apprentice, basically, if I'm getting that correctly, be wrong actually. And Serapio himself, who is standing where Marlowe should be. That experience actually was pretty rough for me. I know I'm not a player, I'm the DM who's technically the one killing you all, but it actually has made me rethink several of my intended deaths for players. I mean, not that I say as at least 2 of my players are in chat. I mean, it's made me really look forward to how my players will avoid their deaths that totally won't happen in our campaigns. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll get you a new character soon, is what I tell everyone. I try my best. Anything else I'm forgetting? As I welcome Stuckelman, thanks for swinging by and also being one of my characters who totally won't die coming up.
So as we've established, Molo is dead and is being replaced with Serapio, Braylif's new character.
Oh, wow, Braylif, you even have art for your
Yeah.
character right here? Wow, I can't believe, where did you get this?
It would have been nice if you could have like tried to fit the art style to the other characters a little bit better.
Yeah,
but-
right?
You notice how he's holding a chicken in one arm and a basket of food in the other. Yeah, that's his fighting style. So that's my new character.
Oh yes, for everyone's benefit, I'm going to go ahead and paste the picture, or I'm going to display you all the picture of Serapio if I can find it. Right. This
If I
right
had a
here.
nickel for every character I played who could sick chickens on people, I'd have. Might just be the one so far, but Serapio would be 2.
All right. Well, the Lights Darkness, thank you for the follow. With that, we have achieved our followers goal of 80. Congratulations. I used to have a bar up here that would say like the goal, but I didn't want it like around for this particular guest session, but I thank you. I really appreciate it. I am happy to get those numbers. Pretty soon we'll hit triple digits, and I'm excited to, get back into the swing of streaming, get these 2 back into the swing of streaming with me. Because basically, the plan, of course, is to stream this campaign, Journey to the Radiant Citadel, on Fridays at around 10 Eastern. And then Dungeon of the Mad Mage Wednesdays with Coffee Lich as our DM on Wednesdays around 10:30 Eastern. And then other stuff throughout the week. So I'm working. You can probably tell by my design that I do like dice and Dungeons and Dragons. And yeah, so hopefully more of that in the future. But yeah. Thanks again for the follow. We hit 80. I'm very excited. And here on screen, you can see Serapio. Totally not an NPC. Totally Braylif's new character. And I see that the Lights Darkness is... it's 1:23 p.m. Australia time. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so it sounds like I usually stream around, I guess, your lunchtime. We have a visitor to the chat who also hails from that side of the world, I believe. New Zealand, specifically. So definitely won't be the only Pacific... Oceania, I don't know what it's called over there, but hello from the past. Hello, how are things in the future? Yeah, so it means that we'll see how long we go. Braylif and Coffee Lich typically are late night owls. I used to be too, until I took an arrow to the knee and started going to bed at a more reasonable time. So we'll see how long this session takes us, as well as my level of preparation. But yes, congrats on your new chicken-wielding character.
Yeah.
Well, that corn you've got there. Corn! Or, sorry, it's probably not corn. It's like some other grain. I don't know botany. I'm sorry. Any botanists in chat want to... Let me zoom in on this picture. If anyone can identify the things that are hanging off of Braylif's new character, not an NPC, or in the basket, actually. There's some nice... I think those are the flowers. Oh, those are rather the flowers that we used for the send-off on the Ofrendas earlier. We are just wrapping up our time here in D&D Mexico.
Oh, I thought you were saying that we were just wrapping up like for the session for tonight. It's like, God damn, we haven't
even started. All right, to recap also, in addition to what was said earlier, let me see if I can find the altar handout. So this particular altar, one of those has just been set up for Marlowe specifically to send him off as part of him leaving the party. So that's what happened, I believe, if I'm remembering things correctly. That's what happened in game last night, as I believe we're on a new day.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull out a handout for Serapio's mom. I believe they've had their reunion already. So let me just see if. Oh, actually, I don't think I had a handout for her. Right. So Doña Rosa will be around in the morning, which I believe. By the way, congrats on your long rest. Unless there was anything else you wanted to do before night, before we hop into morning.
Nope. Can't think of anything.
All right. Well, then go ahead and feel free to restore your spell slots, your health, half of your hit dice. If there's anything that you wanted to identify while you were here, remember that elves.
I don't think I have any magic items. Or there are at least any unidentified ones.
Okay. That you know of. That I also know of, because honestly, I don't remember anything. Oh, and right. Elves don't sleep, they meditate. Does that also apply to drow? You can tell, as they're dark elves, right? Basically. You can tell my familiarity with. I usually play a variant human so I can get a feat, because I'm a big fan of feats. Please, no one clip that and take that out of context. I like, having a cool ability that my player gets at level 1 and at level 4, at the expense of any increase to stats. I love flavor. I love cool tricks. Yeah. So I actually technically don't have any elves of my own, even though I think technically my character, whose holy symbol was that body pillow, the anime body pillow, the Dakamakura, was like a half elf of some sort, but I don't talk about that character. Those days are behind me. I've basically retconned that OC out of existence. So the only elf I have is actually an adoptable that I got from Twitter. She's a bard. She's wonderful. She has like a harp thing that I think's a bow. It's like a bow that looks like a little musical harp. It's pretty rad. I should use her sometime. Oh my god, what is this? I said I like feats. I didn't say that other sentence that I'm not going to say. We should get a quote bot in here that can have the honor of being the first quote, even though it's inaccurate. That does remind me, because we're in a Discord call, I do have access to my soundboard in here, which does mean I'm not going to do it on stream. I'll show you all afterwards off stream when we wrap up. There is a sound clip that my sister's friend made of me saying that I love a particular substance that I'm not going to go into. And not only is it a sound clip in her server, it is only in one ear, and it has been deep fried for some reason. So it sounds great. It sounds wonderful. Can't wait to show you all later.
Please do. I look forward to it.
Will do. Actually, I could mute myself and you all, but that's too much work. I'll just do it after stream. But what will happen is next time, even though I say I'm not going to play it on stream, I'm totally going to play it on stream. So let's hope that I'm not streaming D&D Wednesday. Let's hope I get something else in beforehand so that I don't have to subject your campaign to such dulcet tones.
Nah, it's got to happen in the Mad Mage now.
Good. All right. Well, if I had moderators, I'd ask them to like, hey mods, why don't you make a poll with some suspicious substances and ask chat what they think the substance I love is. But I don't have any, so that's not an invitation, by the way. I'm just saying, like, in general, because there's a lot of stuff to take care of. I've got one monitor that has the camera version of Roll20. I've got the monitor that has my DM version of Roll20. I've got OBS open. I have a Twitch stream open. I have Discord somewhere around here. There's a lot of stuff to juggle and keep track of. Final Fantasy 5th edition you saw yesterday? Huh. Everything's 5th edition these days. Even me, I'm actually the 5th edition. I killed the previous 4 me's. I am the best one because I haven't died yet. If some version of myself were to come from the future or an alternate universe and kill me, they'll be 6th edition or 5.5, or I guess 1 Troy, 1 Lightning. I almost said my real name. Because apparently that's what the nomenclature, the naming convention is, according to Wizards of the Coast. They almost end up talking about kinky stuff. I see. Well, we are definitely, wink, a wholesome family stream, and that kind of stuff would never come up. I smile and grin at the camera. Almost looks like a grimace. All right, yeah. Don't get super weird, but like, wink, we talk about our share of things. It's definitely actually I'm gonna post this emote real quick. There's this emote I use. This emote is what I use every time my friend pulls up something in stream that's just absolutely cursed, absolutely terrible. Like here's an example. Be like, all right guys, I'm off to the bathroom. Open up. All right. I'm like, no. Don't you dare. So this is the face I use for that. All right. Yeah, we're having a good time here. With that smooth segue, I'm going to say, speaking of opening up, let's see if Doña Rosa over here is opening up the blinds to let in more of the sun in, because it is morning. You'll see that she's actually making a little bit of breakfast of some sort. You'll see that there's bread. There are little fruit jams. If you happen to be hungry in the morning, and that's actually something that Doña Rosa will allude to. She'll say, if you're hungry, I've prepared some breakfast. And she'll say, you'll see that if you are around, anyone who's viewing, Serapio is already at the table. He hasn't started eating yet, but he is, piling stuff onto a plate.
Suchi and Squeak will take seats at the table, and I guess also start putting stuff on their plates for food.
Doña Rosa will say, instead of asking, she'll just say, well, I hope you slept well. If there's anything at all that you need, don't hesitate to ask me. I still have old connections here in town, and I'm sure there's someone somewhere with she doesn't know what to say after that, and she kind of goes back, and she'll actually walk towards her ofrenda, her altar, and spend some time in front of that.
Do you know any clerics?
Clerics. As far as healing goes, it is we had our best people on the job when the particular so what is the name of the disease that was ravaging everyone? That is a thing I should know.
Delano.
Yes. So Doña Rosa will allude to Sereno basically afflicting everyone, and any like holy people or any healing people on hand. They tried their best to contain Sereno, and basically the way that it affected the town, it could have been worse if it were not for those noble people. But as far as the level of cleric healing magic that you may be looking for, she'll say that there aren't any that she knows of specifically, but she has heard rumors of a particular group. They're a bit of I don't want to say vagrants, but they don't look like they're from around here. They came to town particularly recently, and they can be found at this particular location. She'll like slide over a piece of parchment with the classic red X on it.
Oh, thank God. I was getting concerned.
She'll say, I don't know if they're trustworthy, but I know that they aren't from around here, so perhaps they might have what you're looking for, she'll say.
Thank you. That helps a lot. It's some place to start at the very least.
She nods. And she'll return to her idle animation. You can feel free to ask her or Serapio any questions if you wish. It's also at this time that I'm gonna I see there's a posture check in chat, so I'm just gonna make sure I'm sitting up straight, because as I always say, I've been doing a lot of shrimping. I've been doing a lot of slouching, and I can really feel it in my lower back and my neck sometimes.
Doing a lot of simping.
Look, look, well, I can't have everyone here calling me out on these things. I'm feeling so attacked right now. You be quiet, Reese. Oh my god. Yeah, that's
I don't
me.
know what she said, but I back her up on it fully.
Oh, she's just chuckling because she also calls me out for something.
My posture's pretty bad because I'm dead, but it doesn't really matter because I'm dead.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
perhaps not for long.
I don't know if I have anything to say about it, asshole.
Oh, speaking of actually,
Wanna fucking go?
oh my gosh.
Nah, you'll probably beat my character. I don't think they have very high wisdom saves.
Indeed. Anyway. Well, after getting that information from Danya Rosa, Suchi and Squeak are going to just finish up their breakfast, generally in silence, not really feeling up for chit chat. And they're just gonna, after they're done with their breakfast, they'll bring their dishes over to the kitchen for cleaning, I guess, and take their leave and head out.
Okay. Well, Doña Rosa and Serapio will see you off, wave you off, and you are headed towards your next destination. Speaking of next destination, Brayliff, do you have a token ready to go in case you show up at this next location?
I planned to, but the artist hasn't gotten back to me yet. So for now, I will be using the placeholder token of our friend Frank.
Yes. The friend who, as the Light's Darkness has been mentioning AI Dungeon. I believe Frank's super into that one, right? I remember him talking about it a lot.
AI Dungeon, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I might be conflating it with other things. That hentai game JP was supposed to make or whatever it was, or that Frank was playing on. I don't remember what was going on in that chat. Anyway, I can't go a stream without saying that word, apparently. It's like my friend in feet. Like, can't seem to not be bringing it up. So that's today's redeem for that. Tune in next time when I say it again on stream, inevitably.
Quick, someone edit the edit clips from the stream to make it sound like Lightning said, "I can't go a stream without bringing up feet."
Nope, that's not me. That was my friend. That was someone else. If editing is your passion, do not do that. But feel free to talk to me, as I would be interested in other editing skills. Not for the feet stuff. Not for the other thing that I just mentioned. Yeah. All right. Well, I wasn't expecting. I guess I was gonna. My original plan was to be at the Radiant Citadel, but thankfully, thanks to the power of magic and me being the DM, I can still make this work. And I will say that you make your way as you follow the path dictated to you by the parchment. And for those of you at home who are unfamiliar, basically, for my benefit, so that I don't have to come up with like maps in between locations and worry about players finding certain things like, oh, you wander here, oh, you came across like 2 centipedes, I don't know. What I do is, for a long time, I've just been I've had the NPCs hand my players a simple square piece of parchment with a big red X in the middle. It's like an item, kind of like if any of you all play Paper Mario, you know, you get the item, you hold it above your head when you get it, or Legend of Zelda, like do-do-do-do. So you get it, and it just, you know where the next location is. Maybe it like fills out on your map. Maybe it's like you can fast travel to it now. Maybe sometimes I do this, where a little arrow will appear on the top of the screen, your vision, and point in the direction you're supposed to go. So that's what I've given here. I'm sorry, your message your message in our Discord group chat, just send me. Oh my god, I can't. Incredible. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to pick up on the way? You know, you can head over to the store. pick up some dynamite. No, just kidding. I don't think there's dynamite around. If there's anything you need to buy real quick before you make it over to the location, feel free to let me know.
Who needs spell slots when you've got 50 sticks of dynamite?
That's right. Those are the only spell slots I need, baby.
No, I don't think that there's anything that I need to go shopping for right now.
Okay.
Well, I guess actually that's not true. How much money do I have? That's the key question.
Right.
How much money?
Can I even go shopping?
I've got 401 gold. I hope that I can go shopping. Yeah, I am going to. Thank you, Light Darkness. Yeah, you read my mind. I'm going to buy health potions and hopefully a healer's kit.
Yes. Things that would have come in so handy last time. Does anyone want to quickly go through how incredibly unlikely the roles that occurred, the events that transpired to lead to, I'm not saying I'm like a super terrible DM, but like the exact roles that needed to happen despite anything. Like, so someone go through it. Someone recap. Like, I feel like it was insane. Like, what in the world?
I think Braylif basically rolled like one successful death save, and then you asked him to hide the remaining death saves, and he rolled 3 failures consecutively.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and who had the inspiration? I think Marlo had.
That was me.
Oh, that was you, right? For the...
I had inspiration and used it on a roll to stabilize Marlo, and I got like 2 incredibly bad rolls. And just proceeded to fail any of my subsequent attempts, which I think I only got the one before Marlo died. I could be wrong.
Yeah. I guess I could always look back through the VOD, through the episode, which is available on, I think it's available on YouTube.
Technically, I also had inspiration, which I chose not to use. But then later on, I retroactively rolled it just to see what I would have gotten, and it wouldn't have made a difference. Not that I know what I would have rolled in the moment, but still.
Okay. So you arrive at the location. It actually seems to be an alley with some sort of large cloak or blanket draped over it. I don't know anything about clerics, but ta-da! I will Will Smith pose next to this alley as I manifest myself physically into the world for the second time since the campaign started, I believe. I haven't been counting.
So this is the spot that Danya Rosa said the weird vagrants were meeting in.
Yes.
That's all the information I got. Huh? Okay. Are there people around?
Let me think about if people are around. While I'm thinking of the Light's Darkness, thank you for the alert. Really appreciate it. And let me see. We were in the middle of combat and being attacked by the deadly vines. As my druid, I summoned my 2 brown. There's shutting up the pieces. Everyone was almost dead. Yo, we love sick finishers here. Braylif, I can count on hopefully. So some of the things you describe are pretty fucked up, bro. But other than those, things have been pretty epic, I'd say. I'm gonna say just that. You know what? It would be exciting, but there's no one around. It's pretty quiet here. There actually aren't even animals around. I mean, not counting me, a party animal. I need a wink emote on this thing.
Okay, so there's no one around then.
There's no one around you.
All right. Suchi and Squeak both take out their wands and proceed down the alleyway cautiously,
Okay.
looking around to see if there's trying to be wary in case someone jumps out at them.
I just gotta pull up some music for this. And Lights Darkness, cheers to you too. Add one for magical area. I mean, not that you're about to come across a magical area. What are we talking about? Where are you people? Where am I? What year is it? All right, this will be the first time I'm playing this song. We'll see how it goes. I'm sorry. The beginning notes of this sounded like Among Us. I don't know if anyone else got that. If the music's playing for you all.
Did not get that personally, but I can see it.
All right. Let me take you all to this next map. So you actually lift up the cloak and walk through, and suddenly the world around you has changed. You see actually that it looks to be some sort of structure, like a tall tower with a building attached to it, above you, up like a little slope, a little ramp situation. It's strange because before you went through the cloak, it was just an alley, and now this is clearly not an alley. Let me take you all to the next page. You might have to zoom out a bit. You are at the base of, I'll show you where your tokens are momentarily, but you're at the base of this particular structure.
Oh, I think I almost used
This map?
exact same map for Saltmarsh. Specifically, like, I think it was like chapter 7 or something, the like suspicious fish town.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I almost used this map for the Wizard Lady's Tower.
Nice.
I don't remember what it was that made me specifically decide against it.
Well, I believe you might be quite familiar with this particular layout then. This is okay. Actually, I think I told you all, but one of my Wednesday groups that I'm a player in, it was like a dimension in like the bag of holding or something like that. It was some alternate dimension that we got into somehow. It was actually, because as you know, I do want to run Death House for you all from the beginning of Curse of Strahd, and it's actually an artist had made it fancier. But it was different in ways where like the doors were in like different positions and stuff. So theoretically, I want to use it for you, but there's a particular room that it is kind of tricky for me to use because they like move something in a different direction, which narratively goes against what I had set up for that particular room when I ran it before. So basically, I just recognized it's like, oh hey, this is the 3rd floor of the Death House or something like that. Wow, or 2nd floor because it had the the stuff in it. All right, well. You're down there at the base. This appears to be perhaps where those vagrants are. That's Doña Rosa talked about.
This seems more wizard than cleric, but it's better than nothing. Come on, Squeak, let's go. The two of them move up to the door, and Suchi knocks on the door twice with his knuckles and waits for an answer.
All right, since you're going up to the door, I'm going to go ahead and reveal a little bit more of this particular map, including where your tokens are. So, if you zoom to the right, you can see that basically, oh, those are windows. Oh, I thought those were doors on the right. I see now that those are windows.
Yeah, I've made that mistake before.
See a quest suggestion in chat. End up owning a haunted shop, I assume you're saying, which is interesting because there's this game that I played a lot of called Potion. What was the potion game called?
Potion.
Yes, yeah, Potionomics, where not that the shop was haunted, but I felt like, the vibes from the particular character who sold ingredients and had a witch's room, I believe. If anyone's shop would be haunted, it would be that character's. But you said you knocked at the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You actually don't hear a response at first.
I attempt to open the door.
The door really swings open. You
Ooh.
see on your left I'm not sure what that is, honestly. Is that like a box, a crate? Yeah, sideways crate. You'll see a barrel over here, another door, and you'll also see an empty cage in front of you.
Front door right into a cage. That's encouraging.
Yeah, just like my place in real life.
You already have house trucks.
No one clip that. Please clip it. No, just kidding. Actually, I don't care either way. It seems to be pretty quiet in here, but you hear distant commotion coming from a room or two over.
We attempt to... We cautiously approach the next door, which I assume that's what this is.
Yes.
Cool. Is there supposed to be no map on the stream?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I took off the overlay for a bit because... Oh, people haven't seen the tower. Sorry, let me show the tower. Thanks. I took it off because I needed to access some specific files, and last time I opened it, it showed up on that part of the screen. So yeah, this is the tower everyone's at. And this is where they are on the map with the cage. Thanks for that checkup. Normally I have OBS's screen visible, but this time around I had chat over it. All right. So yeah, there's that door.
I'm gonna attempt to open this door subtly.
Okay. You open the door and you see a table, some chairs. You see looks to be like a bird cage of some sort, like one of those cages that are round on top and flat on the bottom. And you see another door, and you hear commotion coming from the other side.
All right, we continue on through to the next room, and again, subtly open this door.
Okay. You see, looks to be a man with big pinkish red fuchsia magenta. What color is this? Hair.
Hot pink.
Hot pink hair. And he hears the door open. And he's like, "What's that? Oh, who are you guys?"
Oh boy.
I'm so sorry. This was
I
not.
can take it from here. This is my new character.
Just gonna like throw your spirit into this one NPC and just like, nope, I'm taking this one actually.
It's like, oh, okay. If you really want to.
Assimilated.
Do you want to?
What class is he?
Or
Or is he just a...
That's an important question.
Oh, no.
What class is this character in my D&D campaign, or what class is the character's
shit.
art I stole?
Right.
And what class is this Genshin Impact ass character?
This one isn't from Kitchen Impact this time.
Yeah, didn't really think so, but I do not. My next guess is Valorant.
Ooh, that's a really good guess, because the art style, actually, I do see similarities, like, based on the shading and the coloring. That's a really good guess. Wow. It's not that
I'm
either.
guessing I was wrong though.
Yeah, that is incorrect. Yeah. Well,
That's a really good wrong guess.
right? Or Honkai Star Rail, since it is Hoyo versus newest game. Genshin Impact in space, basically, without the open world exploration, and as a JRPG or CRPG, since they're Chinese.
So basically, it's not like Genshin Impact at all. Is what I'm hearing.
That's
here.
correct.
It's just like Genshin Impact, except there are no similarities.
All right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a gotcha game. All right, don't hurt me. Why was someone knocking at my door? I actually did try Tower of Fantasy for a little while. I thought it was cool that you could customize your main character a little bit more. All right, well, you've made eye contact with this particular individual, unless you don't commonly make eye contact, but let's say, what are you doing here?
My name is Suchi, and I came looking for a cleric, though I was told only of the location of this tower, or at the very least, the alley that it seems to be hosted in.
Impressive. Only the strongest combatants can make their way to this particular location. You must be strong combatants indeed.
It was hidden underneath a tarp. I lifted up the tarp.
Wow. Smart, too. You would make a welcome addition to the team. Thanks for joining.
Gods above.
So,
What is your vocation?
my
Is there even any point to me being here right now?
no, I don't get to go on vacation till next week. But boy, am I looking forward to it.
Are you a cleric? A man of the cloth?
Yeah, I've got
One
cloth
of
right
faith.
here. You feel this? And he tugs on his jacket. You know what this is right here?
I had a feeling that one wouldn't walk.
This is boyfriend material.
Are you hitting on me?
Hey.
No, I'm just hitting on every single member of chat in my audience. Hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do this here in front of you all. He'll say, no, I'm into my muscles. I'm sorry. And he'll flex and kiss his muscles. I do know magic, but not the kind you're looking for. I'm so sorry. And he'll snap his fingers and sparkles will appear from his fingertips.
Wizard. Got it.
That's right.
I swear, wizards can never just be a normal person casting spells anymore, huh?
That's right. I'm not a normal person. I'm a super strong person. And he'll flex subtly. If you're looking for a man of the cloth, I know a man with clothes right through this door. And he points at the door behind him on the right.
Oh, thank the gods. Very well, thank you. You've been very helpful. Have a good day.
No problem. And he'll flex.
I love Warcock. Himbo Warcock.
Well, I guess I can probably reveal who this character is before you open this door then. This, unless you want to keep the illusion, what is that? The illusion alive? Yeah, I'll think.
I'm sure I can find out who this character is later on if I so choose.
All right, well, then I'll save it for later.
Okay.
It is from a game I've been playing, but until then, there is a door before you. Would you like to open it?
Yes, please.
All right. Dungeons and Devil Fruits. Sounds like One Piece. All right, so you see... Oh, wait, sorry, Force of Habit. You see, I don't know, it looks like a wrapped bundle of some sort of, sacks. And you see, this is some sort of, pantry or closet. All right, well, take it away.
As you walk in, you see someone who is very much does not resemble our friend Frank, but I'm going to use him as her token because it's funny. You see a rather large woman with chicken-like limbs perched precariously on a wooden stool that she's balancing on with one leg. Oh, hello.
Hello. Are you a cleric by chance?
No.
I didn't think so.
Are you?
I am not. If I was, I would not be searching for one.
Why do you need a cleric?
A friend of mine died last night. Well before his time, I'm sure.
Too many adventurers meet that fate. Do I know of a cleric in the building?
You know that if anyone were to know of such things, it would be your direct superior.
Well, I'm not a cleric, but I know someone who might know one.
Oh, I can't wait to meet the rest of the people in hopefully descending order of strangeness in this entire tower.
I'll take you to meet Scalder.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
She steps off the stool and picks it up. And as she leaves the closet and stands up to her full height, she is enormous. She is well over 7 feet tall.
How tall did I make Suchi?
What?
How tall did I make Suchi? He is 5 even.
Good Suchi and a half you're looking at.
Yep.
As you step out of the
And-
closet, you'll see that I almost said the character's name. You'll see that your colleague here is posing and changing poses every 3 seconds.
I was gonna say, is it the same pose that he was in when I saw him?
Keep up the good
At
work,
first,
Jay.
yes.
She'll pat him on the shoulder as she walks by.
Thanks. I love praise. He'll pose again.
Amazing.
I assume I know the way to find Scalder.
Yes, it is
Would it be-
through the door available over there on your left, and through another door after that.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say, there's only one other entrance or exit out of here unless you want us to just straight up jump out the window.
Or you could stab Jay. No, I'm kidding. All right.
As we walk, she'll ask, "So, what's your name?"
My name is Suchi, and this is my assistant Squeak.
Oh, that's adorable.
Thank you, she says.
My official title is Grandmaster Bone Smasher, but most people just call me Grandma for short.
Oh, that's cute.
It rolls off the tongue.
Do you say through this door?
That's correct. I assume you open the door.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Well, Grandma doesn't answer to your orders, I guess. So you open the door and you'll see that your direct superior is there. Let's say she's seated. She has her legs crossed. She looks like let's just say she looks pretty good She looks pretty good. I dare not go into more detail lest I out myself on stream. For like the third time, I'm already digging myself into a hole. So without looking up, she'll say, "Grandma, did you need something? I'm in the middle of..." And she like looks up and she'll sense, I guess, that there's perhaps guests nearby. She'll say, "Oh, we have visitors?"
Yes, these two are in need of a cleric to help their dead friend.
Oh, I apologize for your loss. It must be devastating, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I regret that I do not possess the powers to assist you in your time of need. But it is quite interesting because I've heard tell of a special liquid that allows someone to be restored to life. And as Grandma might know, it's quite important to us in our mission here. I was going to send an extraction team to obtain this particular liquid, but I believe, based on what I've been hearing, and she like looks over her notes a little bit, there is enough liquid to restore a member of your family, your party, and the uses that we have lined up for the liquid.
Well, if you would be willing to spare some, then I would happily assist in its retrieval.
All right. She'll say, "Oh, excellent. I mean, you seem like capable people if you've come by this way, not because of the precautions or lack thereof that we've taken at the entrance, but just obtaining the information of our existence in general, I feel like means you've come a long way."
Yeah, we can handle ourselves pretty all right, I suppose.
All right, then let me debrief you. And how about this? Why don't you take Grandma with you? Uh, she has her benefits.
Wow, it took you a while to squeeze that one out, didn't it?
I was just thinking of a non-uncouth way to say it in front of guests.
But yes, I could stretch my bones. I'm happy to help.
Well, good luck on the mission. Let me go ahead and debrief you three, and we'll get underway. And as she pulls out her notes for the debriefing, I am going to say, let's see, posture check is good again, as usual. I'm going to go get a stretch. And also, yeah, it's probably good to hydrate. And actually, speaking of hydrating, I'm good to go. Do either of you need a break at this time?
I think I'm good. I got a drink right here.
I would actually like to break because I'm about to run out of my drink.
Okay. Well, then I will entertain chat while you head off, and then we'll resume once you get back.
All right, be back soon.
All right. Well, actually, it's at this point. Braylif, you still around?
Yep, just stretching.
Okay. Yes, and I just drank a little bit of the water that I've got here in my bottle from Tumblr. Tumblr sold a tumbler that says on it, actually, do you love the color of the sky? And has a long strip of color from top to bottom.
Ah, classic.
Yeah, I had to pick it up, but unfortunately, it's got like a straw hole in the top, and it's incapable of being fully closed. So I feel like I can't take it everywhere, lest the liquid inside spill out.
Yeah. I have I guess a thermos, I don't know what to call it, a Yeti metal water bottle.
Wait, the Yeti, like the t-shirt people? Or no?
I don't know if it's the same people, but and I just realized the other day that the sliding cover for the opening is actually magnetic and comes right off, which makes it way easier to clean. So I kind of wish I'd figured that out when I got it years ago. But
It looks like Stuckham also has a Yeti one. I am in need of. Well, actually, I know one of my friends needs a water bottle. It's important to hydrate. My other friend has, I forget what it's called, but it's big and blue and drinks a lot of water. I kind of wanted to get her one of those water bottles that have the demarcate, like the markings on it for like, not that I'm awake this early, but 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., you know, like marked off by the hour. Those look aesthetically pleasing to me, at least.
mm-hmm.
Got it through your job. Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, the only water bottle or the only drink container I have for my job is like one of those it's like a coffee mug, but it's like stainless steel on the outside. It's like it doesn't have a handle, but at least theoretically it keeps the heat in so you don't hurt yourself. It has like one of the tops that's like the openings that slide open so you can sip your coffee, your hot beverage. Actually, what class is your character again?
Fighter.
Okay. It's interesting that you're part of this collective.
Wonder what that means.
How ominous, right? Perhaps they're all lovers here, you know? You're the single fighter. They're all lovers.
Ah.
That's not it, but it's nice to dream. It's nice to imagine. Oh, right. The reason why I asked if you were here. All right. Well, if you don't mind, I was gonna tell you who Jay is actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you heard of a game called Omega Strikers?
Vaguely.
Oh, okay. It's like a 3-on-3, top-ish down, kind of like hockey, air hockey, Rocket League, soccer.
Mm-hmm.
You've got like a goalie and 2 forwards, and you just got colorful characters of different types who are trying to get the puck into the opponent's goal. You each have your own powers. This guy is voiced by Robbie Damon, who I don't know if you're familiar with him because you seem like you know.
Yeah, I've heard him in a couple things.
Mhm. At least I think this is him. I might be mixing up people. Christina V. Valenzuela voices one of the newer characters. Erica Lindbeck voices
Definitely
one
know
of the
her.
newer characters. Who else? It's that guy, Reese, if you're listening. What's the name of that other guy? He voices. It's not Markiplier. He's also like a. It's not Germa. Who am I thinking of? It's like it's not Josh Gad. You know what? Who is Aaron Hansen? Yes, thank you. Aaron Hansen voices one of the characters too. You know what? That might be this character actually. I might be mixing up people. I don't know. But this is X. He says things like "X gonna give it to you" and other such fun quips.
Of course.
Yes. Oh, it is humorous because I didn't specifically pick him because this is Jay. Just because I picked someone whose name is a single letter to play the role of someone whose name is J. His name is Jay like a single letter, not Jay like Jay. Just for the record. But yeah, you at least your character would know that everyone around you seems to have magical powers. You're probably one of the few people who are here for your benefits. What was it that she hesitated to say? Yeah, the benefits of everyone else is basically a wizard. Also, I will say for those of you who are familiar with Bones, I think it's Bones. So I didn't name these characters, but Braylif's superior is named Skulder Mully, as in Scully and Mulder. Mulder from, is that Bones or is that a different show? That's a different show, right?
That's X-Files, I think.
X-Files. Oh, just like X from Omega Strikers. Wow.
Oh, well, if the character is named X, then...
No. The character's named Jay.
Okay.
I'm just being dumb. Yeah, so Skulder Mully is your superior, Jay is that guy over there. And there are a few other newcomers that you've heard about, but otherwise these are the only people that you know of that are present and physically visible. Sounds oddly specific and suspicious, and I swear it's not. Alright. Well, I guess just in case, I'll probably take us over to... No, we can probably hang out. Yeah, actually, I'll take us over to the Be Right Back screen before Coffee Lich returns. So, yeah, we'll be right back. And then we will resume with this... Oh, the debriefing, yes, to figure out how we can get Marlowe potentially back to life. See y'all in a bit. All right. Hello, everyone. So, Skalder Mully is ready to debrief you all. So, she'll say, actually, sorry, let me just pull up a particular phrase that I want to use. Right. So she'll say, "Oh, are they named Skalder and Mully for this?" Oh, so basically, the wonderful looking lady over here, northwest of Braylev's character, is named Skalder Mully, which is a portmanteau, a little swoopy swappy of Scully and Mulder from X-Files, according to Braylev. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm suspicious about how these other people are named, but yeah. So Skalder Mully here is going to debrief you all. She'll say, basically, I'm gonna not do this in Kitcher. I'll just say this in general. She'll say that you are all headed to. Oh, she'll actually ask you all if you've heard of a realm called the Radiant Citadel.
As a matter of fact, I have.
I may have heard the name.
All right, so then Skalder will say, "Good, excellent. All right, well, this will speed things along. Grandma, I'm sure you can pick up some things from your partner as you make your way there for this particular, but no worries, not there specifically. Your next location is called Zinda. The realm of Zinda, which is accessible through the Radiant Citadel. I'll have to pull up the appropriate color for their Concord Jewel in just a moment, but it's defined by something called the jelly flower. This opalescent moonflower has graceful pink leaves and wide petals, and it's used to produce a sweet black wine. The flower was brought to the land several years ago and flourished, now growing exclusively around Zinda itself. Now, they do make wine out of it, but there's a special version of the wine known as blessed jelly wine or holy jelly wine. Now, this particular substance is reserved only for the royals of Zinda, its rulers. They actually have multiple rulers. They're referred to as the Kings of Coin. These Kings of Coin are to be your targets, as they have reliable access to the blessed jelly wine. Now, I'm not just throwing you in there alone specifically just to seek out any of the Kings of Coin with which you should be seeking. There seems to be a little bit of commotion, some concern, because, let me see. Give me just a little bit longer. So, Madame Samira Ara, let me make sure I'm pronouncing this correctly. If it gives me Samira Ara, sorry, syllable, the first one's accentuated. One of Zinda's rulers, one of the Kings of Coin, she's actually reached out, insisting that her fellow Kings of Coin are engaged in a deadly conspiracy. Now, originally, before you all showed up, we were hired to come to Zinda and uncover what secrets her peers hide. And one of the rewards for this particular investigation includes flasks of jelly wine. Now, each one is normally worth actually 25 gold, but if we are successful, we are also allotted 2 blessed flasks of jelly wine. And it's perfect because we only need one. So one for you in return for assisting us, and one for us in return for assisting you.
I see.
And she'll say, Zinda's Concord Jewel is bastite. Let me just look up bastite real quick to see what it looks like. Looks like a stone, actually. Less gemstone, more like a darkish gray stone with white streaks across it. As the particular Conquer Jewel you'll be taking to get to Zinda. Again, to recap, it's ruled by Kings of Coin. One specific King of Coin herself, Madame Samira Ara, is quite suspicious of her fellow Kings of Coin and wishes secrets to be discovered.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds easy enough, relatively speaking.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm just looking through to see if there's anything else that I need to provide for you all information-wise, but I think that might be all I've got for you.
Very well.
All right. Well, before you head off, I assume you intend to leave the tower, perhaps leave the city of San Sitlan, return to that first establishment, get your reward there. And then from then on, I believe you'll probably be hopping in of the Concord Jewel and then technically headed to the Radiant Citadel first, which would, I believe, be Grandma's first visit. And then from there, you're headed for Zinda after you take one of the Bastite Concord Jewels. The pressing questions are, did you want to do the interaction with the skeleton lady to obtain your reward? And then did you also want to do the interaction where you arrive at the Radiant Citadel, since technically Grandma hasn't been there, but you would all be staying in the port anyway, so I'm pretty flexible either way. How'd you want to handle it?
Personally, I'd like to go through the interaction of getting the reward.
Mhm.
I would like to do both, but
Mhm.
the other one is more regarding Braylif's character. So.
Okay. Well, I believe we'll definitely do that first one. Braylev, thoughts on entering the Radiant Citadel briefly?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And if you'll give me a moment, I'll just go ahead and paste your tokens over in the village. And make sure you're all present. And oh, right, you get to meet back up with Tungsten. All right, give me just a moment to cue up the music. All right. I hope this particular segment isn't too jarring of a change, but I imagine you all take your leave. Is there anything else you'd like to say to Skolder or Jay before you set off and find yourself here at this location?
Can't think of
No, I
anything.
think I'm good.
Please
Please ignore the Sereno indicators on any of the villagers you might see. They are hip and healthy. You find
Oh
yourself...
god, they're all dead.
Yes, they no longer are suffering from Sereno because they're all dead. Anyway, you find yourself... Oh, what was it?
Messed up.
Yep. Well, we all have to take turns saying fucked up things this stream. Caleb started off. I've got the second one.
They're frozen solid, so I pull out a hairdryer and start thawing them.
Right, you find yourself again at Rufina's Tavern, called a pulqueria, specializing in its famous local beverage called pulque. It is still plastered with portraits of missing persons and requests for help. And for those at home who have yet to see this particular pulqueria, its walls are painted with murals that depict a series of armed conflicts and locals celebrating victory at the end. I am quite concerned about this clip. I'll listen to it in just a moment. A candlelit altar behind the bar includes a painted portrait of an elderly woman, which is surrounded by yellow marigolds. That's what is in a Serapio's box, marigolds, and offerings of drinks and cactus fruits. And as Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender says, it's the quenchiest. There are two dwarves there. You see Paloma and you see Rufina. Which one was which? Rufina is the Olvidado, the skeleton lady over there, and Paloma is the one who I believe gave you all your heading. So Rufina and Paloma will go to you. What's up?
I believe so.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I think Paloma was the old lady here who gave us the quest.
Okay. Well, you've arrived. Rufina will say, "Hey, y'all, welcome back. Anyone need a drink of some sort? It seems your request was successful, so all drinks are on me." Paloma says, "Welcome back."
Wow, I didn't even do anything to deserve it, but I accept.
You
Rufina
can
will
have my thanks, Grandma.
Rufina will say, "Oh, I'm sure you did something." Paloma will say, "Don't coddle her. I don't. She probably didn't do anything."
What did Suchi say?
Said you can have my drinks, Grandma.
Oh, such a generous young man.
Tungsten will step forward and survey the makeup of the party. Will tilt ahead and kind of look at. I don't know how to do this. So as much as you all have been traveling with Tungsten, they're not sure, but will look at you as if to say. So I don't like to specifically say what I think the expression is trying to convey, but would you like a hug is all the expression says, but it's no pressure either way.
Suchi doesn't really acknowledge the expression.
Okay.
But more than a quick glance to the side to look at Tungsten, and then just back to Athena and Paloma and say, "You found the source of the Sereno. It shouldn't be a problem anymore. We're here to collect the reward previously discussed. I expect we're going to have some large bills to pay soon."
All right, so let me just pull up this particular reward. Paloma will say, "Nice work out there. I could count on you." Of course, anyone who stands up to those good for nothing, lazy, she like grumbles under her breath a little bit. Promised reward. It throws me off because sometimes they'll show it at the beginning of the module and sometimes they'll show it at the end. Oh, okay. So she will hand you 200 gold, and she'll actually slip off one of her rings. And not like one on her ring finger or anything like that. I keep accidentally hitting on my characters today. Second session of the night. She'll slide off one of her non-ring fingers and say, "All right, and the cherry on top, a ring of jumping. I hope it serves you well." And she'll like plop it on top. It makes a satisfying clink on the 200 gold, and she'll slide that over to Sushi.
Thank you very much. I hope life gets a little bit easier for everybody here in the coming days. Well, I'm ready to head back to the Citadel whenever. Grandma, if you want to stay here to have a couple drinks, I'll be waiting outside.
Grandma will quickly have a couple drinks, but will shortly join Suchi and Squeaks.
All right. Then, as you are off, on your way over, Tungsten will introduce themselves to Grandma and say, "Hello there, pleasure to make your acquaintance," and we'll do a little bit of a bow. "My name is Tungsten Ward. What might your name be?"
You can just call me Grandma.
"Grandma, you say? Well, you must swing by my neck of town one of these days. I feel like you get along nicely with some of the people I know."
Where are you from?
"Oh, I'm just from some area called God's Breath, actually."
Does sound like a good place for someone of my line of work.
"Oh, what might your line of work be, if you don't mind me asking?"
Oh, you'll find out soon enough.
Well, we'll see. This was actually the last thing I planned to do before I return home to the ribbon in God's breath.
Well, then you'll just have to wait for me to show up, won't you?
It's very true. They chuckle.
Patience is a virtue.
We go ahead and get the Radiant Citadel itself ready. Zooming in over here. Tungsten is already here, much to my happiness. Let me just remove this token from existence. Which token that was, we'll never find out. And let me get the music going and we'll get started. So, Grandma, this is your first time inside a conquered jewel. Basically, what happens is you'll see that it's a relatively far distance outside of the village that you were just at and just had those drinks. There is parked there, submerged partially in the ground, a large crystal. It is enormous, as if it could hold many people, many goods, many things. It is slightly translucent, enough so that your traveling companions can easily pass through the walls and find their way seated around the inner circle, where there are a few goods, most notably, ears of corn, yellow marigolds, and other such things that seem to have been stocked there by the Conquer Jewel operators, the two people in uniform who are there and present, and welcome you warmly as you step onto the platform.
What a beautiful city.
Tungsten hesitates a moment before saying, "Oh, this isn't the city. This is merely our transport to the city."
Oh, I misunderstood.
It's okay.
Out of character, I misunderstood.
Oh, okay. That's my bad.
Beautiful elevator.
So, this is Fire Opal, the particular gemstone that this Concord crystal is made out of. Perfect for the heats that you are leaving. Question for your character, Braylov. How well does Grandma do in the heat under pressure?
She probably handles it fine. She's
Okay.
got a good constitution.
All right. Well, you're seated in place. The walls of Fire Opal solidify around you, and you feel the crystal lifting up into the air as the operators operate the Concord Jewel. They fiddle with a few more levers and knobs once you reach a height hundreds of feet above the ground, and you'll see faintly through the Fire Opal walls that the sky around you is changing from the blue brightness to a little bit of a darker gradient of like blues and purples and faint reds here and there. You'll see other crystals orbiting around, and you can see below you as the Concord Jewel tips forward, a large city. And I will go ahead and take you all over to the Radiant Citadel now.
What a beautiful city.
There we go. Welcome to the Radiant Citadel, Tungsten will say. So to recap, this city is basically built on this platform that is formed around this enormous crystal. And you see that the Concord Jewel has lowered itself at the dock. You'll need to walk through a few places first just to get to the Bastite Concord Crystal that will lead you to your next location. But until then, you can disembark. You'll see that there are some security guards about. You'll see that there seems to be actually on duty. There is an individual who performs magic of a divine nature, but unfortunately does not have the resources to bring Marlowe back to the present. There is also a lovely looking lady with a witch hat over there, and she'll kind of like just wave at you all. She seems like she'd probably approach you more closely if you were to actually enter the city. But welcome to the Radiant Citadel. Tungsten will actually... Oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, Grandma, this is the Radiant Citadel. I'd love to give you a tour. Well, I wouldn't. I might as well not lie. I don't really enjoy giving tours. Yeah.
I understand, dear.
It's a nice city. You should get when you get the chance. You should definitely explore it more. But if it's all the same to you, I'm in a bit of a hurry right now. I'd like to just get on to the next location.
Of course, of course. Time is of the essence.
Okay. In that case, legally distinct and not actually her name, Shiny Chariot, will wave sweetly at you all as you make your way to your respective Concord Jewels. But it's actually at this point that Tungsten will say, "Well, Grandma, it was nice to meet you. Sushi Squeak, as always, wonderful traveling with you. I must make my way back to God's Breath, where I have new songs to write."
Nice to meet you too, dear.
It's been nice traveling with you, Tungsten. Take care of yourself.
Same to you. If anytime you need my help, whether it be in song or in combat, feel free to reach out. But I bid you God bless. And Tungsten will turn around and walk away.
Right off a cliff.
Goodbye.
The crystal that they were trying to get into had just taken off. Like,
Oh, that's the worst.
man, that sucks. There's like no ground down there. It's just infinity. They're gonna be falling until
They're
they
out?
stop. That
Yep.
sucks.
Well, that's not me.
Laugh track.
All right. Oh, I can start this other music now. Hold on, let me pull this up. Any last words? Sorry, I keep saying that as a DM. Any last words before I swap out the music and take you to the next location?
I have none. I have no questions.
Okay. Well, I assume Braylev has no questions and is hopefully not muted. I will go ahead and swap out tracks. So, you go through the motions again, involving the Concord Jewel. You actually land in what appears to be a rainforest. So you're surrounded by many, like basically the Concord Jewel lowers itself amidst a clustering of trees, of jungle trees. It's quite thick. It's a little humid here, actually. And I've got a description to set the scene for you all. You've actually landed near a caravan of merchants. They're headed, you can kind of see a town a little bit farther away. Heat rises from the jungle floor and clings to the broad leaves and the canopy above. Ahead, an elephant sways drowsily. Its rider groans and stretches, and then rejoins the ululating marching chant. I don't know what this word means. And you can see through the forest as it thins that the gleaming gates of the trade city of Zinda appear a mile ahead. But yeah, you've just landed in the jungle. Seems to be a caravan traveling along the side. And the road that they're traveling on is quite narrow, forcing the caravan to march single file along its trails. I don't have a map for this particular portion yet. Perhaps next time, but at least for now. Is there anything the three of you would like to do or say?
Oh boy, a jungle this time. Going through all kinds of different biomes on this adventure.
Welcome to the jungle, dear.
Is this the sort of environment you're originally from?
No, it just felt right to say.
it weren't
Well.
so late, I'd yell the song lyric.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're used to how dangerous being an adventurer can be. It's not all fun and games from here.
Do I look like a woman who hasn't seen her fair share of adventures, dearie?
You don't look like most people I've seen, to be frank.
That's the nicest compliment I've received in some time.
That's unfortunate.
Some people just don't respect their elders.
How old are you, if you don't mind my asking?
She counts on her long, talon-like fingers. I actually think I wrote it down. Apparently I didn't. Oh, somewhere in the 300 to 400 realm, I'd say.
Well, holy heck.
Well, fair enough. I guess I don't meet many people who are actually older than me, who are not themselves elves.
And how old are you?
I'm around 250.
Wow.
I remember when I was your age.
Oh my god.
Squeak just chimes in. I'm this many. She holds up 2 fingers.
Excuse me.
I don't have many memories from that age at this point.
I've died twice. I don't know what memories are real anymore. Squeak, do you need to be so morbid? It's a coping mechanism.
That's the spirit, dear.
All right. Did you want to travel?
We'll get this jelly wine soon. Maybe she won't need that coping mechanism for long.
So, in your quest for the fabled blessed or holy jelly wine, there is this caravan here. Did you want to progress with them, or did you want to let them go a little bit before you proceed down the path?
Oh, I didn't actually realize that. Okay, I kind of thought that they were. I kind of thought that they were enemies in some way.
What they're saying is we attack them.
All right, then I guess we'll roll for it. No, I'm kidding. Oh, let me go ahead and change the location we're at. Oh man, 22 fireball, damn.
Man, that damage is terrible. Literally, like for the 15, half of the dice are ones, and like so it's 8d6. There are 4 ones, and there are 3 2s, and then a single 5. That is pathetic damage.
Yeah, I'm seeing how much red is there.
Oh god, they're all gonna survive. I gotta do it again. Actually cast it. I actually cast that at a level I can't even achieve. Oh wait, shit, hold on. I hit level 7 at the end of the last session, right?
Oh shoot, you're right.
It's been a month. I completely forgot.
It's okay. You probably won't get into combat at least for the remainder of the session.
Probably not, but I'm gonna forget again.
That's true.
So let's just keep going. I'll walk on this in the background.
Okay. All right, sounds good. And then after session, remind me that I need to show you that one sound clip, and then there's.
Yes.
I think that was it. I don't remember if there's anything else I have to explain to you after.
Probably not.
Okay.
Well, so it sounds like it seems like that caravan is going pretty much where we're trying to go. Want to just join up with them?
Sure.
All right, so as you approach the caravan, actually, the other travelers are in high spirits, and they'll actually offer food and water to anyone who needs it. So they say, "Oh, welcome! You must be headed to the March of Vice, fellow festival goers." I mean, well, actually, sorry, Braylev, have you given a physical description of your character's clothing yet? I know you gave the description of her on the leg, but
She's wearing a rather flashy and colorful outfit and some kind of mask, which will be determined by the artist.
I see. Well, one of the caravanners will say, "Oh, you're clearly going to the March of Ice festival. Please join us. Have some food. Have some water."
People are so generous today. I should follow you around more often.
I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm not going to be adventuring for long.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I lost pretty much the only friend I've had, other than Squeak. This line of walk is dangerous and pointlessly so. So I'm gonna get my friend back and then I'm retiring.
Grandma just nods in understanding and doesn't say anything further. But she will partake of any food or drink that's offered.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Well, you'll see that many of the attendees are dressed in pink attire. Actually, many flowers abound. As far as specific food goes, I unfortunately don't have anything at the ready just yet. But I probably also shouldn't explain because it would make me too hungry, as it is that time of the night where I wish that I had hashtag not sponsored McDonald's, because they're one of the only places that's open this late at this time.
You know what else is open this late
What's up?
this time?
What's up?
Burger King.
Our refrigerator.
Is it? Hold on, let me look this up real quick.
We have Burger King at home.
Oh, there is a 24-hour Burger King. It's a little far though.
It's all the way up where we live.
McMoon, Burger King. So I'm really excited because the place I'm moving to in like a month and a half. Wait, what's today? We technically, so there's a little bit of overlap in the lease, so it's gonna hurt the wallet a little bit, but we technically can start moving in a few weeks, but like we have to move out of here in 2 months. So there's like what, six week overlap or something. It's more than what I'm usually comfortable with, but the point here for this story is that I'll actually be a block and a half from a McDonald's, which is incredibly dangerous for me. Because I'll be like, man, it's 12:50 a.m. I sure am hungry. You know what I should get after Dungeons and Dragons? Taco Bell Cantina, which is also down. Well, it's not that close, but yeah, we'll see how strong I stay.
Oh yeah, if there were a McDonald's down the street, I'd be eating there constantly.
Yeah, but I've been good so far. I haven't had McDonald's in like 2 weeks. But yeah, I don't have much on food. I'll go ahead and pass for now, but I will let you all know next time what kind of food you did have. Yes, other things that you see people wearing, you see that there are feathered masks and beaded gowns. And you know what? Some of the people are in such good spirits that if you want to ask them anything about their particular land, they have information for you, as you do appear to not be from around these parts. But otherwise,
So, what's it like in this area?
what a good question. Well, things are a lot better now. Things are looking up. The city has been most prosperous as of late. The past few years, actually. You'll see that the makeup of people include... there are a good number of non-humans. You'll see elves, you'll see halflings. The skin tones here range from light brown to black. Their hair grows in spiral curls. Most grow it long and wear it tucked beneath a headscarf, topped by a wide-brimmed hat if married, or set in scalp-hugging braids if unmarried. Interesting. So yeah, you'll see some of the people around have hats, some of them do not. I guess that's how you know if they're single and ready to mingle or not. I don't know what divorced people would wear, but I guess the braids, maybe? You know, as a serial divorcee myself, I know their struggle all too well.
Mohawk.
That's right, party up top and smooth on the sides.
A decent effort.
Some of the things that the other people will tell you is that there's a right. So one of the other people who is a little bit more hush-hush about this will say, you know, after the recent years of prosperity, a bit of a cloud has settled over the city. You see, political dissidents are rumored to disappear from their beds as the enforcers of the ruling Kings of Coin stalk the streets. The newest member of the Kings of Coin is Madame Samira Ara, who grows restless with ambition and seems to be on the up and up, eager to perhaps usurp her fellow Kings of Coin.
Suchi kind of glances over at, shoots an eye over at Grandma after hearing this interesting new take on their benefactor.
She'll return the glance.
So the area's been kind of dangerous lately then, huh?
Yes, a little bit more than usual. I mean, it's been good, but the good has attracted the eye of some ne'er-do-wells. People have been hired. Can't imagine what it's like, but hey, you gotta make your money somewhere, I guess. Honestly, though, as far as information goes, basically, the book has instructed me that people know anything from the last page of the module. And I'm looking at this, and I think I've given a good amount of the useful information. There's like other stuff like, well, there's a bardic college here called the Elucidarium. That's pretty cute. Oh, it's the extravagant home of the famous divas of Zinda. That's cute. I believe they're mostly dancers. Jelly gardens. A lot of laborers tend to the jelly flowers in the jelly gardens, living in wood and stone huts in the heart of the gardens. Basically, each module has a little bit, like a bit of a section to kind of like liven up the place, make it seem more real. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess that's a good amount of information that's been allotted to you. Go ahead with another description. So the trail that you're on widens as it reaches the city. It feeds into a road that your fellow caravanners will call the River of Gold, which is a thoroughfare paved with yellow potsherds. Potsherds, I guess. The caravanners cheer loudly as they enter the fields around the city, and the bustling community comes fully into view. At Zinda's open gates, agents of the city are there, and you hear them saying that they're collecting a toll of 5 silver per entrant or goods of equal value. So as the caravan nears, is there anything you all would like to do or say to prepare for this particular occasion?
Is it 5 gold per person?
5 silver per person.
5 silver per person? Alright. Is everyone out? Well, I guess first things first, kind of, does the vibe of these guys seem like actual official toll takers or highway looking for a quick buck.
What a really good question, considering the information that I just gave you. I'm gonna say these do seem like official city people.
I'm gonna say Grandma will say, "You wouldn't ask a toll of a poor old woman, would you?" And she will flash a very sharp smile.
All right, so go and get it. Go ahead and give me a DC 15 persuasion check.
That's open for intimidation.
Yeah, I
I give
usually
it to
allow it, so you can do intimidation. No. So I usually allow it, so I'm cool with it, as you know. Interesting. Out of curiosity, I guess your persuasion modifier, even if it were okay. So
Yeah, it would have been 3 lower.
the particular tax collector you're speaking with seems to be in good spirits. So, it says here to convince a tax collector to allow the group free entry. Sounds like this is enough to let all 3 of you escape unscathed from this social encounter.
Yay.
Thank you, young man.
He'll tip his hat, which I believe probably means he's married.
Here, have a candy, and she'll hand him some grandma candy.
Uh-oh. Made from real grandmas? What's grandma candy?
The wrapper it has a design that makes it look like a strawberry.
Oh, those. Oh, I like those.
We don't know if they're made from grandmas, but we just don't know where they come from.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
All right, trying to put up a different song. Okay, we'll do this one. All right, pay no attention to what you may be seeing from this particular map. Oh man, I gotta get Frank in here. Thank goodness for this token being officially set here. All right, so imagine that the road is actually yellow, golden even, instead of whatever you may see here. And pay no attention to how familiar this place may look. There we go.
This
Okay.
place looks familiar.
Alright, let me change this location to Zinda.
Oh, hey, you did actually have a map of that last place in the daytime.
Oh, right, because you've only seen it at night. Yeah. So, for the last scene of the session, I've got a little bit to explain to you all. So, beyond the city gates, the Golden Road continues amid silk-draped booths and squat buildings with conical roofs. The chatter of merchants and cheerful youths rings out along the road. Let me lower this just a tad. Folk sell colorful flowers, beaded charms, and other wares from woven baskets atop their heads, while street performers spin in tight circles, waving long silk streamers. You'll see that hundreds of revelers, merchants, jelly wine vendors, and entertainers pack the River of Gold. Buildings bear brightly painted signs and are covered with colorful vines bearing lush flowers. Beyond the crowds, you can see the bustling city center that your caravanners would have told you is called the Court of Flowers, lined with tropical trees whose branches droop to the pavement. As you all are making your way from the River of Gold to where the caravan is headed, the Court of Flowers, you actually pass a shadowed alley, which is directly to your right. Question, now that we have a new member of the party, Grandma, what are your passive perceptions?
Let me see. I think I have for 13. I have proficiency in input. My wisdom is unremarkable.
All right, and then what was Suchi's again?
Mine is also double checking this. Mine is also 15.
Okay.
I have bad wisdom and I am not proficient in it, but I have a feat that gives me +5 to my passive perception and passive investigation.
Ah, yes. Classic. All right, in that case, let me just swap out the music again. I know 2 tracks are playing, but this one's going to end soon enough. So, Suchi, as you have the highest perception score, you see a still figure surrounded by spilled gold coins and slumped against the wall, head tilted to stare at you.
A sloped figure, gold spilled in front of them, and they're looking at me.
Yeah, still figure surrounded by spilled gold coins, slumped against the wall, head tilted to stare at you.
Gotcha. Oh, something just occurred to me. Before I left Sunsetland, you asked me if I wanted to go shopping.
Yes.
And I said that I wanted to get healing potions and a healing kit.
Right. Yeah, so you probably would have
We didn't actually do anything with that. So
Yeah.
like, what would the cost of those be, and how much of what should I add?
Yes, would you have tried to barter them down?
Probably not.
Okay. Let me check the healing kit cost. It would be 55 gold technically.
Or
They'd be-
healer's kit?
Oh, sorry, healer's kit is 5 gold. They'd be willing to throw in the healer's kit for free if you bought at least 1 potion.
No, okay. And a healing potion would be
50 gold.
55? 50.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. So with your new healing potion and healer's kit in tow.
I'm gonna be buying like a couple healing potions.
Oh, okay.
Gonna buy 4 healing potions, 4, and then the healer's kit.
Sure.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Well, normally I would see a slumped figure in the background and think that's probably someone that I'm supposed to interact with from like a video game sense.
Mhm.
Suchi generally is probably not someone that would actually do that in this case because that looks suspicious as hell, but sure, whatever.
Mhm.
Next character absolutely would. I'm gonna go check on that man over there, see if he's okay. He looks like he might be injured. Or I'm about to get mugged. Keep an eye on me.
True.
I will stand here,
Mhm.
keep some amount of distance.
Okay.
Call out to the slumped figure, like, are you okay? Do you need aid? You look unwell.
The slumped figure does not respond. It appears to be a dead dwarf wearing lavish robes. Nearby are 20 pieces of gold falling from an open pouch that the dwarf wears.
Well, shit. What did you say? Okay. I'll go over and attempt to investigate further.
Right, you can go ahead and give me a DC 12 medicine check. You can also substitute it with investigation if you so desire.
Okay. Well, my passive investigation would be 19 then.
Okay. I'm willing to accept the passive investigation, but you'll technically find out different information if you go through with a medicine check.
Okay.
Like, like different information but similar, if that makes sense.
Sure. I feel like I'll take the. It makes more sense to just go with the investigation because my character is not medically trained, so
Okay, sure.
he'd be more likely to pick up on investigation stuff.
Okay, cool. Then I'll keep that in mind and reveal to you that there are no visible wounds on the dwarf. But you can tell basically that the dwarf has been dead for 5 minutes. As part of your investigation, passive and also passive perception, I'll tell you that this is actually a dead end. All the shop doors that may be visible to you are locked. There's no sign of any other creature in the area. Important question I just got to see. Is Grandma hanging out in a specific location? Kind of keep an eye with Squeak, kind of curious about what's going down.
I forget, did you tell Grandma to keep an eye out or Squeaks?
It was technically Squeak, I believe.
I said it to the group.
Oh, okay.
Okay, gotcha. Let me see. We actually somewhere. Okay, yeah. Here we are. I'd probably stand at the entrance to this alley or whatever and keep an eye out.
Okay. All right, you're keeping an eye out, and then Marlo, last thing from you. Anything else you're... Sorry, Marlo's not here. Suchi, anything from you now that you've noticed your surroundings?
Marlo doesn't say anything.
Because he's dead.
Incredible. Now that I've noticed these surroundings, I am going to back up and say to the rest of the party, that guy is dead, and he's pretty newly dead. I didn't see anything that suggested a cause of death or anyone in there that could have caused it. We should probably report this to the authorities.
Well, speak of the devil, some authorities have shown up. And with that, we'll call the session there, and we'll figure out what happens next time.
Fair enough.
Sweet.
All right, well, that's it for episode 10 of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. Anything from you all before I take us home for the night?
It's good to be back. Looking forward to playing some new characters.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. All right.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Okay. In that case, I believe I'm good for next time. So, tune in next Wednesday night around 10:30 Eastern as we go through Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And hopefully I can sneak in a stream of non-D&D stuff until then, which is something I say pretty much every time. I appreciate all of you for stopping by, all of you watching from the future. Special thanks, of course, to Reese and Stuckham for sticking around this long. I'm probably just going to call it here. So without further ado, I hope you all have a good night. Bye.
Good night.